Let me see. I don't know if I wanna. Welcome back, everyone. This is Lunar, the Lunar Emperor, coming to you with more Ark here on the Ragnarok map, PvP server. I've left my gamma down around where I know Arthur keeps his, and as you can see, this is just unacceptable. Like, this is how he would want us to walk around, to be gaming purists. And this is just, no. Yeah, this is ridiculous, bro. Like, go all the way down to the bottom and then click it back up towards the brighter side 3 times is where Arthur keeps it. Like, this is just not safe. Like, this is just not safe. No, sir. I'm sorry, Wildcard, if you really do want us to play like that, but that is much better. That is how you get dinos killed. That's how you get your dinos and you killed. Because you can't see 10 feet in front of you. That's just... Animals aggro to you way farther away than that. So they're aggroing to you and you can't even see them. Until they're right up on you. As you can see in my last... As you saw in my last stream. I hope you guys watched my last stream. At least the first 3 minutes of it. 3 or 4 minutes of it. However long it was to get the babies out. But here are my three wyverns we're going to be raising over the next few days. We got one of each element minus ice because there were no acceptable ice eggs out at the time. I have to do a ice raising tutorial, or it's not really a tutorial. I mean, an ice raising walkthrough some other time. Ice raising stream. But for the moment, I was in the midst of doing two or three things all at once when I decided to go ahead and do this stream. I couldn't decide whether I wanted to stream just the hatching or if I wanted to do the full raising, and I think I'm going to try to just stream as much as I possibly can. Without it becoming too much of a nuisance to the tribe. Excuse me. This is Kung Fury. As you can see, we've taken over this entire little island. We got a decent amount of defenses up. We're always adding more, though. Always adding more defenses. No such thing as being too safe. At the moment, I am heading up to our wyvern trap. As I said before, wyverns, baby wyverns, right? Or baby wyverns, growing wyverns is what I should say, because the growth process has 3 phases: baby, juvenile, and adolescent. So you'll see their names change from baby wyvern to juvenile wyvern and then adolescent wyvern. Throughout the entire process, the only thing they are able to eat is wyvern milk. There are 2 possible ways to get wyvern milk. One is to kill an alpha dragon, which is a fire dragon. You'll see that its body is covered in a blood red mist. It has noticeably higher stats than a normal dragon. Not the easiest things to kill, but definitely possible. You get 50 wyvern milk from killing one of those. Or you can find a female wyvern and trank her down. That was actually really lucky. I don't know if you guys were paying attention, but there were two wyverns in the trap, one female, one male. And the wyvern trap was still open, and the male just turned around and flew out, and the female stayed, which is exactly what I wanted. So that was actually really lucky. Lightning wyverns are immune to lightning, so I can. This lightning wyvern is gonna, as you can see, she's pissed. And she's a high level, so we can actually milk her multiple times. But I can walk all through her lightning. Her bite attack obviously still hurts me, but the lightning does not. It does nothing. My lightning will do nothing to her either. Won't bother her at all. That was really lucky. So you build a trap like this one. As you can see, it's just a bunch of gates, big enough for a wyvern to fit through, and you just lead a wyvern into the gates, and you close the gate, and she's trapped. You leave it open here. As you can see, this isn't a gate up here because you want to be able to fly straight through that. A wyvern couldn't fly straight through that. We would need to use usually when we lead wyverns in there, we use pterodons because they're smaller and they can fly straight through there. The wyverns would fly in there, get stuck. We'd land here, hit the keypad like you guys saw me do, and the door over there would close. It's a pretty simple and yet sophisticated trap. It gets the job done. Next, you start shooting the female with trank arrows. We use trank arrows just because they're easy to make. It's more cost efficient than coming over here with trank darts. Yeah, if we were on a dedicated server where Tripod and Poke were the admins, they could just spawn us in. We'd be over using shocking trank darts and shooting with our eyes closed, seeing who could hit her the most. This shit doesn't matter. Wow. You see, for those, I really hope you guys can hear Tripod, so it doesn't sound like I'm crazy when I'm talking to him. But, I know that for those of you, hopefully you can hear him. He just gave a specific amount of damage. The way that trank arrows, trank darts, all that stuff works is when you shoot something, you do damage to it. And how much you trank it is based off of how much damage you do. So the more damage or the stronger of a weapon you use, the more damage it'll do, the more instant torpor it'll do. So you want a really strong weapon because it'll take less arrows to trank down whatever you're shooting. And you'll do less damage to it in the long run since you'll be able to shoot it less times. As you can see, it's taking a minute to trank her down. I mean, she is a 150, so she's a pretty strong dragon. Yeah. I'll be able to trank her multiple times. And like I said, she was already here in the trap. I think this might have been the wyverns that Poke had led into the trap so that he could go over to the other side and mine over there. And there she is. It just happened to be that he led in a female. Yeah, the male just, I landed over here, the male turned around, flew out, and the female stayed. And as you can see, it says unconscious. That's when that meter drains, when that bottom torpidity drains all the way to 0, she'll wake up. And if I'm this close, she'll kill me. You can see her health went from 8,100 down to 64. So I'll get another 2 or 3 milks trankings out of her. You have to wait an hour between each milk stealing, each milking. It gives for the milk to respawn in her inventory, and you can come back over and knock her out again. And like you guys just saw, I just knocked her out and pulled the milk out of her inventory. If I let her wake up and trank her down again, there won't be any milk in her inventory. You have to wait that hour, which is fine. I mean, baby dragons don't need to eat that much. They don't need to eat every hour if they're strong anyway. And my tribe kind of prides ourselves. I've always been in tribes that have prided themselves in high level tames. I mean, a lot of people, most people who play this game pride themselves in wanting high level tames. But I tend to stick to tribes that can actually accomplish that feat, that are willing to put in the work to go after high level stuff. High level stuff is harder to tame. It takes more specialized food in order to get that really good tame. But I mean, when you put in the work for it, it pays off. Because you end up with really strong animals that can help you defend, that can help you build up, that can help you attack if need be. And then I just take the wyvern milk. Wyvern milk does spoil pretty quickly, so you want to get it off of your person as quick as you can, and either use it to feed your babies or to put it into some type of preserving unit like this. This is a preserving bin. It won't go in the fridge because that would be too easy, I guess. Wildcard said. Because obviously putting things in the fridge keeps them from going bad the longest amount of time. But preserving bins aren't too bad. What I am gonna do is, which one of these had? I thought Poke already had some milk. I'm gonna feed the old milk to my babies and leave the new milk for Poke's baby, because the old milk is probably about to spoil here soon. Yeah, I think it's gone. I think it's gone. I don't see any. Preserving bin here in the base, or? Yep. Yeah, it's all gone. I mean, then it would have spoiled because my last stream was an hour. But as you can see, once you put it inside of the preserving bin, it goes from however many minutes it was before. I'm going to pull out one and let you guys see the difference. This is in my inventory. It has 28 minutes. You can see it's counting down 28 minutes until it spoils, as opposed to being in a preserving bin, which has 4 hours, 43 minutes until it spoils. So, going and getting milk was one of the 3 things I was doing when I decided to start streaming. One of the other things was collecting stuff so that I can make a harpoon gun. It's one of the newer items to be added to the game. It's previously we had to use crossbows, like I'm using currently, to trank down that dragon whenever we wanted to trank down something underwater. Long neck rifles, things of that nature, don't work underwater. So we had no heavy munition item to use to track down underwater animals. And there are a lot of underwater animals that a person would want to tame. which kind of sucks. But recently they added the harpoon gun, which shoots trank spears. So I was in the middle of collecting things to create one. Poke was going to make one for me, but Poke's gone to bed, and I'm thinking I've actually, because I brought back some obsidian and about 1600 cementing paste, and I think the only thing else in it was wood. I can actually look at it and see. Yep. It takes both obsidian and polymer to make one of these. That's so random. I'm saying it's random because obsidian or polymer is made from obsidian. But yeah, I have all the other stuff. I am dehydrated. I need water. So now I'm gonna fly over to the mining base and steal some of the obsidian that I know is over there. Yeah. As you grow bigger as a tribe, you'll need multiple bases for multiple reasons. Security purposes. Maybe you want a base that's closer to resources, which is why we built this one over here, because it's much closer to resources. That island over there, as we've covered it with our structures, stopped spawning resources, so we needed a separate base. As you can see, this field here is covered in trees and stone, and there's metal spread out around. All the resources that a growing tribe needs. Yeah. Yeah, I've been toggling my entire HUD back and forth so that people can see a bit better. Jesus Christ. I just picked up a bunch of metal. That's why I'm walking so slow, guys. Take it back to the base. Make a couple of those harpoon guns. See what that's shooting like. Boop, 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 boop. Again, excuse me for all the coughing, guys. I haven't been out around anybody that's sick. I know I babysitted, like last week. Babysitted an infant that was coughing a little bit, had a runny nose, so she might have gave me her sniffles. I haven't really had any other symptoms other than just this everlasting cough. Oh my god, game. Land up here. See the little stingray down there? The manta. See the shark. When you see me going to that view, it's because I'm pulling out a little scope, as you can see. Yeah, it lets me scope creatures and see their level from a distance. Did I say 140? I think it did. It's a pretty strong shark. Max level for creatures in the wild is 150. So you can see that's damn near a max level shark. Will be a good team to have. Help build the Navy. Oh shoot, hold on, let me go over here real quick. Pull out my axe and grab some wood. That's what I thought too. I mean, it could be. I've seen guy players with. Yeah. Fucking Isabella or Marie or whatever her name is, the chick that was in or the female name that was the leader of Karma was a guy. That was a guy. And her name was like, it wasn't Isabella, it was something, but it was, I mean, it was like that. It was obviously a feminine name. Antoinette or something. So much spoiled meat. This is why I said we need narco berries more than we need mejos, because if we can actually start using all the spoiled meat that we produce, because we produce a lot of spoiled meat. This thing's not made. This thing must not be made at the fabricator. It's a harpoon gun. I was trying to make it at the fabricator. Or is it? Where is it? Yeah, I still got that 150 trapped inside the thing right now. Plant fleeces. That ain't no good. Okay. Weapons. There we go. Okay. Mm-hmm. For whatever reason. Yeah. It's alright. My my stream is labeled as a mature content stream. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so I'll pay the list store. Polymer. I think a lot more is right. A lot more sounds better than me, more to me anyway. I need wood and thatch. I'm on my way over with like 1,000 cement paste. You guys are wondering why I keep looking back when I pass this area. It's because I keep trying to walk and I keep getting stuck. You see that? And I'm thinking it's this thing's tail. I'm probably going to move it. Or at least make it turn around. That works too. Yeah, there we go. I think to run smoothly. Okay, yeah, I'm on my way over because I need a bunch of wood and thatch. Did that pipe ever get fixed? That water pipe that was broken? Mm-hmm. I'm throwing this cement paste in the fabricator. Is that where you wanted it? Okay. I'm in the process of, that's what I'm making this harpoon gun for. I'm a tame an angler. And they collect pearls. I would like to get it tamed before this event ends, so I need to get on it. That's what I need the wood for. pretty sure there's wood there at the house. But I need thatch too, so come back to the beach. Forget about me. Don't. Jesus. Yeah, I brought some. I figured you need both. Or pearls. I brought over some pearls. You could put a little ledge up to sit them on so that they'll, when they poop out some paste, they'll drop on the floor and we'll see it instead of it sitting up under them. Oh, but they gotta wander though. Yeah, they gotta wander to make stuff. Yeah, you've already gone. I mean, we could still... Yeah, we could still make a ledge and just put railings around it. Let them wander around on one little spot. I thought I saw some trank darts in here. I thought I saw some. Maybe it's in the ask box. Nope. Okay. I'm headed over to get some metal to get it smelting because I need trank darts. Take the Anki. I saw something. I'm headed over to the forge base. I'm gonna take the Anki and get some metal and get it smelting because I need trank darts.
Oh, okay. I just have a bunch of metal. There should be a bunch of meters on me.
Okay. I'm gonna go get some more. I don't want to use up without resupplying. Shit, I don't even see any metal over here. There's some. I see some. Alrighty, guys, we're coming up on an hour. You guys have watched me get milk for the babies. I'll go over here and feed them one time just so you guys can watch that. I've done all the prep work, so now I'm headed back. I'm going to make some trank darts with the metal ingots I just collected and narcotics that are already there at the house. So with the next stream, you guys should see me out in the water headed towards where I expect some anglerfish to be. Hopefully we'll get one trank down in the next stream. But that's hopefully. Anything can go wrong here on the Ark, who knows. But until next time, thanks for tuning in, guys. It's been a pleasure. Hope you continue to tune in.